I don't want to play the American. I want to play the Latina because I am Latina, but I'm not Mexican, and that's the story I want to tell.
Dakyta Aita is the epitome of taking life by the horns and just shaking the fun out of it. She never plays by the rules, and she has this chaotic energy that is absolutely magnetic. She's done voiceover, acting, and hosting work in Argentina, and now in Los Angeles. Currently, she's hosting her own TV show on LA TV called The Big Deal. I cannot wait to share a conversation with you. Hey, hold on. Before we get to the good stuff, would you just take a moment, like this video, and subscribe to the channel? It really helps us out. And then also, you won't miss any of the exciting weekly conversations I'll be posting. Thank you. Welcome to Unmuted, where we explore how our voice and accents are so much more than just words. I'm dialect coach Audrey LeCrone. Dakyta Aita, thank you so much for being here, and
Thank
cheers.
you, Audrey.
Salud.
Salud. It's an honor for me to be here after all these years. I think I met you virtually like 4 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, we met many years ago. And then we finally met on Zoom, or we met in person finally last year.
Yeah.
And we were like, we're meeting finally.
Yes.
We went to a concert together.
Totally.
It was so fun.
It was so fun.
Oh no, we went to 2 concerts together.
2, yes.
That was so fun.
Live music, it was amazing.
And there was that one musician that just, he played this beautiful song that he had written on the piano and sang it, and it just hit me. And I just started sobbing, and it was really embarrassing. And you just like patted my back and held me while I sobbed. I was like, I'm so embarrassed. I don't normally do this in public.
No, of course.
But,
it was
so
very
good.
nice.
Yeah, it was.
Like you really connected with the music.
Yeah.
Well, you're a
It was
musician. That totally makes sense.
But it was that song. Oh my God, it was so touching. It was just
Yeah.
beautiful. He was like so vulnerable. Anyway, since this is a voice show, we are going to begin with using our voices in a very warmed up, wonderful way. Right?
Okay,
So, what is your
we're gonna
favorite
practice,
thing? No, maybe. Well, I'm asking, what is your favorite thing to do to warm up your voice before you speak? What's a quick trick?
I do a little bit of like the
like you're
just for the,
chewing
like,
with your mouth closed, like
articulation, and then I also do this that I don't want to break the microphones, but I usually do like just to try to clear my voice and have it a little bit more, not too deep. Well, now it's so deep because I woke up like an hour and a half ago. But
okay, wait. So let's try both of those, and then everyone at home can try it as well.
Okay.
So, or whether they're in their car or whatever, because they can do weird things there. So first, you just you take your mouth, you pretend like you're chewing, basically with your mouth closed, but really big.
And doing the M.
Your left eyebrow moves when you do that. It's really fun.
Oh yeah, I take it like very passionately.
Okay, so with more passion, let's try it again.
You have to stretch all your muscles. You have to be physically and spiritually ready.
Yeah, beautiful.
And then...
And now our sound woman is ready. Let's break the mics. Let's do it. So we're going way up in the head voice here.
Yes.
Oh, we came out the same note. Wow, we're already in tune. Okay, ready? I love it.
Because I always had hiatus. You call it hiatus in English too, right? Like when your vocal cords cannot fully close, because I have like a little cacho. I know everything in Spanish.
I love that.
So that's my voice is has always been super like strong. When I was a kid, I picked up the phone and everybody was like, "Hi, hola Mariano, hola Fabio, that's my brothers." And I was like, "No, Daniela." And they were like, "Oh, okay, hi." Until I was like 13, and they started to say like "señora," like a grown-up woman, and I was only 13, but.
Wow.
I figured about I always speak like this when I was a kid. So I always got like, oh, you have to be a voiceover. You have to do voiceover. You have to do like radio commercials, because that was like the tone in Argentina like 1,000 years ago. Everybody who works on radio hablaban todo así. Hola, buenas tardes, bienvenidos a la tarde de Audrey. And that doesn't happen anymore. You have to be like, hola, ¿qué tal? Like you're just talking.
Yeah.
But I always liked that.
Okay, I want to ask you more about your relationship with your voice and all of that. But first, we have a really important question to talk about. and then we'll come back to it, okay?
Okay,
This is
yes.
very important. What accent do you find sexiest?
Ooh. In English?
Either, whatever.
Oh, well, Portuguese, Brazilians.
Yeah.
I know Brazilians are hot, so no matter which language are they speaking, I think it's cute. When they speak Spanish with a Brazilian accent, or if they speak Portuguese or English with like,
English with the Portuguese accent is so
yeah,
cute. You're
it's
right.
cute.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes.
So sing-songy and beautiful, and the way they like make the consonant sounds are just so like luscious.
Yeah, totally. And the
Okay, why do you think that is?
song.
Why are you attracted to that?
Maybe because Brazil is right next to Argentina, and we are always very connected. And I went on holidays when I was a kid. Like everybody in Argentina goes to Brazil on holidays, so it's nice. And it's a different language, but they are like right next to us, so we have a lot of things in common. So I don't know.
Do you speak Portuguese
and
as
they
well?
are hot. No, I just understand. I can understand a lot if they speak slow, but they never speak slow. So
Yeah.
but I can, if I spend like a lot of time there, I can get it. Same with Italian, because they are both very similar to Spanish, but I don't talk.
Okay, just curious. All right, beautiful.
Yeah.
So now let's go back to your voice.
Okay.
When you had this low voice as a kid, how did it make you feel? Did it make you excited to have the voice of a voiceover artist or announcer, or what was the feeling?
Well, I remember that I got mad when they say "Hola Mariano," and it was like, no, I'm not my brother. I'm Daniela. So, but I always liked that my voice always represented me. And I still get that. Some people just look at me and then they hear me talking and they, I recognize your voice. They always say that.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, okay, hi, hola. I think that the voice is like our ID. We all have very unique voices.
A thumbprint, yeah. Fingerprint.
Yes, absolutely, yes. And it talks a lot about your personality. I know my voice is strong because I had to survive between all men in my family, so I wanted to be listened, you know? So I was like, no, I'm also, like, growing up, I always hated that. Oh, women cook and put the table and then they clean the dishes, and men all on the table. Then after eating, they all go to play soccer, football, and all women cleaning in the kitchen. And I was like, I hated that. So I was always like, why? My brother has to do it too. Like, I think that maybe it comes from that. But growing up, as I told you, like, I still have very strong voice, and I have to do this exercise to go higher, to clean my voice and to heal my vocal cords. And I talk a lot, as you can see.
That's a good thing.
And I'm always like maybe at music shows or like on set, like with a lot of people, that you have to speak loud.
Yeah.
For example, we are in a meeting and everybody's like, hi, I'm Audrey, I live in New Orleans, blah, blah. You see
That's a perfect impression of me.
hi, I'm Audrey. Hi. And these people are, hi, I'm Marta. I'm like, what? That's the way you introduce yourself? And I'm like, hello, I'm Dakyta. And everybody's like, they pay attention when I talk.
Yeah.
And I like that.
That is true. And a lot of people get really threatened by louder voices.
Yeah. And it's not that I'm not screaming. I just have presence.
Yeah.
And are you gonna listen to me? I was like, hi, how are you? And I think we can communicate everything with our voices.
Yeah. Have you ever had a situation where you were asked to be quieter?
Oh, my whole life. Yes, always. And as I told you, it's part of my personality. Like always growing up in the school or in my acting classes, they were like, okay, do the same, but less. Oh, I always got that. Like growing up, and I still get that.
Yeah. I always had that. I think that's why I was only a mediocre actor when I was acting, because in life I'm like, hi, I'm big.
Yes.
Like, I feel big things.
Totally.
I'm a big person, and that doesn't translate on screen because it looks inauthentic. And I've been told that I look inauthentic in real life too. And I'm like, well,
Oh, wow.
whatever. This is what I'm feeling.
This is how I am.
It's real.
Totally.
If it looks fake, that's fine. This is life. Whatever.
Well, I had to learn a lot of acting when I moved here because even though I started to study drama when I was 10 years old in Argentina, we are all like so exaggerated. And this is how we are. This is how we talk. We are so passionate. We kiss, we hug. We are like, oh, hi, girl. Oh, I really miss you. I love your hair. Like we are so touchy and like so expressive.
Yeah.
And our TV shows are like that. Like I started working on TV there. And if you watch the show, we are like, ¿qué? ¿Estás en cómo? Like, oh my God, really? Okay, listen to me. Now, like, this is how we are, and this is how our TV is. So when I moved here everybody acts like this, like, oh my God, I love you. I hate you. Like, you don't have to do anything.
Yeah, you don't.
Everything
you have
has
to feel
to
it
go
on the inside. You have to do the work and then
Totally.
mask it. So
Through
how did
your
that make you
eyes.
feel? How did that make you feel when you came here and tried to transition into film here?
It was a challenge. For me, I'm so passionate about challenges and learning, and specifically when it comes like to acting. That is something that I've done my whole life. Like, I always had my acting classes Saturdays all day. Like, growing up, it was something that I really needed because like I grew up doing it. So for me, it's like I need that space of expression, no judgment, playing and just being present, acting like in the story and like improvising. I love that. But when I came here, it was like, okay, I have to relearn all of this, not only the language. When I came here, I didn't speak English. And it was like 6 years and a half ago. No, 5 years and a half ago.
Wow.
So my first
And English is a very hard language to learn too.
Yeah, I knew the basics.
Yeah.
Like I learned in Argentina how to do interviews in English, but please don't ever watch the interview I did with the Backstreet Boys.
I'm gonna watch it.
No, please don't. I'm still.
I mean, you got to interview the Backstreet Boys. That's so cool.
I know, but it was the day. Right, it was the day after I moved to LA. Like literally, I had to move here 12 days earlier to interview them. So if you see that interview, I was like so unconfident.
Wow.
I was like, oh, maybe they didn't understand my question. Maybe it was stupid or my pronunciation. Maybe like I was so, and I don't like
And
to.
did they? Did they understand you?
I think so. But
Yeah.
if I see that interview today, I feel so like ashamed.
Why? Don't feel ashamed. I mean,
No.
that's growth. That's beautiful. That's something to be
Absolutely.
proud of.
Yes, I know I did that, but I would love to interview them again so I can enjoy it because I didn't.
Yeah.
Like I was excited because they were like my idols when I was a teenager, but right now it's like I could have a conversation today. I could like enjoy the interview.
Yeah.
Back then it was like, okay, it was for Billboard Argentina, so it's okay. No, not everybody speaks English in Argentina, so okay, I did my best.
Yeah. Well, and also
But-
you speak 2 languages. That's amazing.
Well, now yes.
Yeah.
But I needed those 2 first years to get ready for it. I couldn't do an audition when I just moved. So I didn't want to like have agents or managers because I didn't want to like burn the bridges. I didn't want them to say, oh no, this girl, no, she's so like raw. She cannot. So I just took 2 years to really practice, study, and then the pandemic.
Right.
And when the pandemic started, I was just at home, like taking classes all day. We were taking classes right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
So I focus. I learned that word.
Oh, faux. Yeah, for everyone.
I focus.
Faux and kiss.
Focus.
Focus. And then if it's past tense, it's a T at the end. Focused.
Oh,
Kiss.
focused.
Yeah.
I focused
Beautiful.
a lot, like learning in classes, and I got my first agents. And back then, so I started to audition, and now I can do everything.
That's amazing.
Like, yeah, I still have mistakes. And even now talking to you, I realize when I make a mistake talking, but I already embraced it. And I know I'm still learning. And but I can act. I did short films. I did pilots, acting in English. And well, I have my TV show now that is fully in English, but it's a Latino channel. Even though everything is in English, it's like made for Latinos.
Yeah.
So they tell me all the time, just be yourself. It's okay if you mess up. It's okay if you want to say things in Spanish. and I'm in the middle of the show, and how do you say this? Or I just said it in Spanish, and it's fine, and it's okay with me having an accent, and I feel so free and comfortable there.
Wow.
That it's like, you know, when something that you feel that is really for you is there, and you like just match. I'm like, wow. And I'm learning a lot doing it too.
Yeah, because before you were told by many people that you wouldn't work here because you had an accent that was non-standard, right?
Yeah, well.
And because you're a Latina woman, but you have blue eyes, and right now you have red hair. So what's that been like?
Well, it's also a challenge. I knew when I decided to move here that was gonna be like a thing, and I think that's the reason why I'm working a lot as a TV host and as a content creator more than an actress, even though that for me is so painful because I wanna mainly act. But I know that whenever I book something acting, it's just for me because I don't fit their boxes. Like the industry here is like, okay, if you're Latina, you're Mexican. And if I have blue eyes, I'm not Mexican for them. And they, oh no, you're not Latina. I'm like, hell yeah, I am very Latina.
I teach so many Mexican actors who are lighter skinned, and they're like, well, I have to have a perfect American accent because I've been told by so many people that I can't work because I don't.
That's the point.
I don't fit the box. Yeah.
I don't want to have to play the American because I'm not, and they have like millions of Americans in this country, and there are not Argentinians on TV, on films. It's so hard for me. Like, growing up, and even when I decided to move here, I never had an actress, as an Argentinian actress, as a reference, a reference in any movie, in any film, like anywhere. And for me, it's like, okay, I'm gonna be that one.
Yeah.
And even though I'm not in like DC movies yet.
Oh yeah, you just talked to Greta Gerwig, huh? And you gave her your card for Barbie.
Oh yes, for sure.
Barbie
yes, I'm so ready for Barbie. Greta, I know you're watching this. I'm here. I have an accent coach, so...
Argentinian Barbie.
Oh,
it's
yes.
Perfect.
With the mate, the soccer jersey. That would be cool.
That would be cute.
With my accessories as a Barbie. Totally.
I love that.
Yeah, and I get a lot, like, in social media. Like, you're my inspiration. I cannot believe that. Because I'm not even from the capital of Buenos Aires. I'm from, like, a neighborhood outside of the capital. Like, an hour away.
Do you still have the typical Argentinian accent or a different one in Spanish?
Oh, yeah, no, mine is the typical Argentinian accent because I'm still from Buenos Aires, that is the province, but I'm not from the capital.
Okay.
But still, it's like I get a lot of that in social media, and I love that because they are like, you inspire me, like you're a referent for me, like you are there.
You're a trailblazer.
What is that?
Oh, this is a great term. Trailblazer, if you're taking a hike, and it's very crowded with a lot of bushes or something, plants, you make a trail, and it's called blazing a trail. You're making the trail for other people to pass through behind you.
Yes. So I'm still like, I don't want to play the American. I want to play the Latina because I am Latina, but I'm not Mexican, and that's where that's the story I want to tell. I'm producing a show. It's a series that the main character is Argentinian. And what I got, like all the times that I pitched it to producer, usually men, old and straight, they are like, no, but it has to be a Mexican. If not, I cannot sell it. And I'm like, well, this is the story about.
Do you think that's just because we're right by Mexico, or why do you think that is?
It's because of that, and no, it's because Mexico is the bigger country.
Oh, okay.
And I mean Latino, right? And if they cannot sell the show to Mexico, they like lose money.
Okay.
That's what they told me. But nowadays, if they want diversity, they have to be authentic.
Right.
Because they say, oh yeah, we want diversity. But it's not really.
Right, it's diversity in their little box that they've created of like, this is what it looks like. And what I'm trying to push for is more diversity of sound as well. Is like, they want diversity of look, sure, and we're getting so much more of that, thank God. But a lot of people are expected to have standard American accents.
Yeah.
And like, why do we have to push for that? Because that's going to ultimately, I think, make the next generation see all of that on media and not feel like their regional accent is okay.
Absolutely.
Or to feel some sort of shame about their regional accent. And so I just want to encourage everyone to to find pride in the way that they grew up talking, find pride in the way your community says certain things and I don't know, expresses yourself.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Because it's how life is. Mostly here, you go to a bar, you're gonna listen to accents from all over the world.
Yeah.
And I think that's the magic, that we are all different. And that's what we have to highlight. And it's okay. We don't have to be judged. I don't ask people, when I hear that someone has an accent, I don't ask them, where are you from?
Good, because every other American does, huh?
Yes. Yeah. You saw my video on TikTok.
No, I didn't. I've just been told that from hundreds and hundreds of. Oh no, I did see that.
Yes,
I've been told that from hundreds of actors
yeah.
that I've worked with. Oh, I did. You're right. I remember it now. Because it's like the number one question that all Americans ask someone with any sort of different accent is, "Where are you from?" Immediately.
But they say, "Oh, I can hear an accent. Where are you from?" "Oh my God, you have an accent. Where are you from?"
But the thing is, it's not just non-American born people. Like, I live in New Orleans, and a lot of people from there will say that to me. They'll say, "Oh, I hear an accent. You're not from here, are you? Where are you from?" And I'll be like, "No, sir. I'm from Kansas, but I've been here for 10 years, you know?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's everyone. It's this idea of us versus them and these separated teams. And
it's like they need to highlight that, oh, you're different, a ver. Like, let me see. Like, where are you from? You're weird. Like, if you are in the zoo or something. And it's okay that people want to get to know you. Because when I made a video, let's tell to the people, I made a video about making a joke about this situation, that every time that I meet someone, they're like, oh my God, you have an accent. Where are you from? And a lot of people in the comments got mad. Oh, I just want to know more about your culture. I want to know about you. Where are you from? Like, that defines you, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's fine. But imagine how many times a day I get that. It's like, even though I've been living here for almost 6 years, I still get the, oh, like, you are not from here. And I feel at home here.
Yeah.
My house, my friends, my life, my work, everything is here. And why are you highlighting all the time that I'm not from here when we are all different here?
Yeah.
Like, maybe the people that is telling me that, their parents are the immigrants. Maybe they are not, but their parents.
Most of us are immigrants here.
That's why. We're immigrants of the world.
Yeah. Interesting. So what do you think could change this in Hollywood? Like, how do we change this? How do we encourage more diverse voices to be highlighted?
Well, they have to hire me to play roles in all the movies, in all the TV shows, and we're gonna show it to the world.
I love that. When you're acting, have you played roles with different accents?
In Spanish, yes. Actually, this first big character I've done in Argentina, it was my first TV show when I was 20 years old. It was Casi Ángeles. It was a show that was sold all over the world. That's why I have followers from Israel, Italy, Spain, or Latin America. My character was a girl from the countryside. Like, she grew up in the farm with the chickens and the cows and everything. So my character couldn't speak like I speak because I was studying how to be a locutora, that is like a career, like a voiceover, but how to be a professional voiceover artist, like TV host, radio host, do all of that. So I speak like super correctly in Spanish, in Argentinian Spanish. So this girl couldn't speak that perfect because people like from the countryside in Argentina, they have an accent that is different than the capital one. So I made my character like have an accent, and she had all this cute personality because it was like 16-year-old girl from like the farm that grew up like between the chickens and listening to the radio. So for me,
so what was your process then of doing that, of finding this new accent and acting in it believably?
Well, when I was 18, my first boyfriend's dad, he was from a farm. He grew up on a farm or something like that. So I remember that he spoke with a lot of phrases. You know those phrases like paint the town red, like in English? The people from the farm, like from the countryside in Argentina, they have a lot of phrases that, I don't know, my grandparents used to say. So I was like, oh, my character has to have this. And they don't pronounce all the S, like S's at the end of the words or like certain things. that I found like so rich for the character just to be like that. And I made her speak like with a, like, I don't know how to do that in
do it in
English, but,
Spanish. Do it in Spanish.
I was like, pero ese gaucho estaba todo sucio. Like, speaking
so
like
even more,
like
wow.
so innocent and excited. Mm-hmm. And it was very unique. Like, it had a lot of things of my personality, like so expressive, but at the same time, it was like very innocent. And I played a lot with that accent, and it was very unique. And nowadays, like, this was like 16 years ago.
Yeah.
And now, 16, 14, 15, but
It was like 10 years ago. Just say 10.
No, it was like 14.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, I'm so young. Yeah, that's why, right? I get all the time, oh, can you speak like La Paisa? That was the nickname of my character. And I'm like, no, I cannot do it anymore.
Really?
No,
Why?
of course, because it was like I was possessed by her when we were shooting.
Wow.
I came back home, my mom was like, oh, talk to me like La Paisa. And I was like, I tried, and she was like, oh no, you are not doing it right. It's like, I know, I could only do it when I was like acting. It was great.
Wait, could you do it offset when you were shooting, but like on the weekends or something? Could you still go into it or no?
Well, yes, but it wasn't like real, like
That's
real.
so interesting. How did you prepare it? Like, did you work on the muscles, or like, how do you remember your process to prepare it?
I remember that, well, I was already studying voiceover, so I like played a lot with it, and I know I did exercise and stuff, but I think it was mostly like preparing the character deeply. I wrote all her story. Like, I look up for pictures of their parents that were dead in the story. Like, I wrote all her backstory until the day that she was right there shooting.
Wow.
And that helped me to really know the character and to really be her right there. Because it was this girl from the farm that was like moved to the city.
And you knew her voice from that too then?
Yes.
So that just highlights how much our voice is our identity.
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow.
And then she had to like adjust to the city, and she was trying to be cool and copy the other girls, and everybody was making fun of her. And even the way she dressed, it was different. And she got excited the first time she saw an electric escalator. Of course, like those funny things. It was very interesting and fun to play. And that was my first job, actually, as an actress. And I've been in that show for 1.5 seasons. Each season was 138 episodes, 1 hour each episode.
Oh my God, Latin American TV is so crazy. I used to work with this kid in Peru. He was like the #1 kid actor in Peru.
Wow.
And I would work with him because kids are sponges, so they can do accents really quickly. So he was his English was perfect. And so he would just do a perfect American accent. We would just like keep it up every week or twice a week. Wow. And he would have classes with me in between shooting. And he was like, yeah, we shot 3 episodes today. And I was like, what?
Yes.
Like, American TV takes a week to shoot 1 episode at least. Like, what? And he was like, yeah, I just memorized 12 pages of dialogue in 30 minutes. And I was like, what?
Yeah,
what do you mean?
Totally.
He was like,
this is how it is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But you can improvise a lot, at least in Argentina.
Okay.
Because this was when Netflix, like all these platforms didn't exist.
Yeah.
So it was like on TV, on air TV, every day, 1 hour at 6 p.m. And if you couldn't watch it then, you will never watch it.
Yeah.
Then, of course, now everything is online. They keep watching it and stuff. But maybe we shoot an episode today that is going to be aired tomorrow.
What?
Or even tonight.
How was it edited
maybe.
so quickly? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they were ninjas editors.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So what advice would you have to actors that are coming up?
Well, I learned from you how to really masticar, like chew the words.
Yeah.
Until you really get them. And I do this exercise every time that I feel like a phrase is not sounding like natural or real, or I read it in different ways. Like, for example, such a nice cup. The phrase is such a nice cup. Such a nice cup. Such a nice cup. Such a nice cup.
And now
then
flat American. Do flat American.
Such a nice cup.
Wait. Do it less emotion, more dead.
Such a nice cup.
Oh, you got it. That's it. That's That's it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Ready for TV. Ready for movies.
I'm ready. And I also do the one with the pen. So I read it. The last time I read it with a pen, and then I just say it. I say it, and then the words just flow, and I feel like so American. Yeah.
Well, the crazy thing about English is that all the words do flow together like that. So it is not one word at a time. It's all these words together. Whatever words we're stressing, it's called a syllable stress language. So we're stressing the syllable and stretching it, whatever is the most important part of the word. So I'm like, wow, such a nice cup. So cup is maybe the same length as such a nice, which is really confusing for people from languages that are stress-tied.
After all these years living here and paying so much attention, like specifically of that and how they speak, I listen to podcasts all day on the car, like when I'm driving, just to keep practicing like English. And sometimes I even say words that I don't even know that I know them. And I just say a word that I'm like, do I know this word? Is this correct?
Good job.
This word? And they're like, oh yeah, you said it right. And I was like, okay, I guess my brain just had it like somewhere, and I just said it. And it's the same with the musicality. When I'm preparing an audition, I always try to think, how an American would say that.
They would deaden their face and just say it with nothing.
Oh my God, yeah. Today is the best day of my life.
Less.
Today's the best day of my life.
Yeah, that's perfect. You got it. Nailed it. Well, on that note, with your perfect American accent now, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for talking to me about all of this and being so open. And I can't wait to see your big Argentinian role that you will have someday, that you will introduce the world to Argentinian culture with.
Yeah, thank you so much, Audrey. For me, it's an honor to be here with you, and it's always fun with you too.
Okay, bring it in. And kisses. Mwah.
Thank you for tuning in to Unmuted. If you haven't already, please like, follow, and subscribe.